everybody. This is Haunted Black Luna. I apologize for the possibly very low sound quality. Welcome to the extended cut of the Mass Effect 3 ending. This is the final installment in our LP. There is nothing left for us to do. We've gone through all 3 games with Shepard. We've gone through the unacceptable ending. And now we're going to check out the extended cut and see how it does. Upfront thoughts. I think what the extended cut could have done, it did. But it was severely hampered by the limitations set on it by BioWare. That BioWare told us from the beginning this was not going to change things. This is just expanding on what we were already given. So if you think what you were already given is God's damned nonsense, well, there you go. Specifically, I want to talk about the 4 things identified by Mr. B-Tongue in his tasteful, understated Nerd Rage reviews about the ending and BioWare in general. The 4 main reasons why the ending was bad, and many people identify some of them, but here's the 4, okay? The first one is the abandonment of Mass Effect's genre, which up until this point, Mass Effect has been a fairly grounded sci-fi, Star Trek-ish adventure which cared about its own internal consistency, and it really didn't have just shit that can do anything, and just, for instance, the Codex. There's all this stuff.
Admiral Stephen Hackett, Jacob Taylor is a human
There's
biotic.
all this stuff, and I've done a Codex entry already, but like, the technology has consistency.
The Reaper weapon before the although
and
melee
stuff like even
combat
Omnitool weapons are explained.
Omnitool.
It's not actually a holographic blade. It's a manufactured blade of diamond that's practically invisible because it's so thin, and it's given a holographic sheen so that the soldier doesn't cut themselves on the diamond. In the final scenes of the trilogy, Mass Effect abandons that genre when they just introduce shit that cannot be, even according to the game's consistency, and offers no justification for it. It just does. That's not fixed by the extended cut, so 1 of 4 genre is not fixed. 2 of 4. Abandonment of character focus. This is the one that I would say is most fixed by the extended cut. Extended cut reintroduces your squad mates to the proceedings, which is to say it reintroduces H2O to water. Because without character focus, Mass Effect, you have very little. Alright? So they recognize that. There's additional scenes with your characters. There's no additional scenes until you hit Earth, so we're going to fast forward until the Battle of Earth. And I'll be playing on easy modo, by the way, just to get through it, because I don't fucking care. Okay. But character focus, they mostly fixed it. There's new scenes, there's new closure. On an emotional level, it's very satisfying to see the new scenes and to get some fucking closure. This DLC should have shipped with the game day 1, and there is no excuse. I don't care if EA was giving you a deadline. How about you cut Diana fucking Aller's development time and instead work on the ending to your goddamn trilogy, you fucking No. Also, I don't use that word anymore. Okay. The third thing that the ending did wrong was the abandonment of the central conflict of the series, which is, unambiguously, we must stop the Reapers. That is the focus of Mass Effect. That is the central conflict. The same way Star Wars is about we must stop the Empire, or the Emperor, or that's the central conflict. Usually takes the form of we must stop X. And this one is we must stop the Reapers from killing us all. Final scenes of the trilogy, that central conflict is abandoned for one that is more important, more complex. In like, what, 17 lines of dialogue was the original for the Catalyst Child? That is not fixed at all. That is the problem written into the premise that they have staked their entire company on. They're gonna die on that fucking hill. And at this point, I say let them. So, and the final difficulty with the ending, and speaking in broad strokes, there was many, was the loss of narrative coherence, which was a sense of the questions started piling up so fast by the ending that the story literally becomes gibberish because you have no clue what the fuck is going on. Narrative coherence is somewhat addressed. There are answers to some of the questions, like how the fuck is the Normandy in the mass relay network? Why is it there? Why is Joker a goddamned coward? You know, where your squad mates magically teleportal? You know, what happens after I make this groundbreaking choice? What the fuck does this choice even mean? Those questions are addressed. So, 2 of the 4 problems with Mass Effect 3's ending are addressed in some form, and the way they are addressed is very BioWare, it's good. So, the other 2, however, the problems with central conflict and genre can't be addressed. If the Catalyst Child continues to exist, those problems will exist, and they have not been addressed. So about half of the main problems with the ending are somewhat addressed. And that's I suppose that's my review. Somewhere approaching, but not exceeding, 50% better. And the problems with the premise are still there, although there is a much better emotional payoff. So that is my review of the extended cut. Now let's get to it, everybody. I do suppose we've got a galaxy to save. Go ahead and place your bets on which ending I'll eventually choose.
Commander Shepard.
Rex.
Commander, are you ready to send the fleets against the Cerberus stronghold?
I do need to take care of 1 or 2 little things first, though. I think I have a blueberry pie cooking. Other than that, we're ready to go, Admiral. Hang on 1 second.
I wondered where you were.
Edie didn't tell you?
She respects your privacy, not like me. What are you doing?
I thought I heard the casing crack during that last fight. Well, it must have just grazed me.
Do you feel ready, Shepard?
You first.
Huh. Very fair. What I want most is for this war to end, while there's still a galaxy left to save. And everyone's counting on you to do that for us. It must be overwhelming.
How do you get ready for something like this?
You cajole and threaten and make tremendous sacrifices until the galaxy realizes it has someone worth following.
You think so?
There's no doubt in my mind. It would be easy for a single ship to get lost up there, wouldn't it?
Yeah. It would.
To find someplace very far away, where you could spend the rest of your life in peace and happiness.
Right now, there's no place I'd rather be.
Neither would I.
That line doesn't make grammatical sense, Leo. Okay, I'll shut up.
I love you, Shepard.
I love you too, Liara.
Show me.
to go. If only there was a shoot the kid option. I was actually kind of a fan of the dream sequences originally. Especially given that you hear everybody who you left behind. Your leadership we can't. Kelly. I finally placed that voice. Shepard. 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 Rex. Even when I'm with my blueberry, I can't escape that motherfucking kid.
You can't sleep?
We're almost there.
Already?
I hope everyone is ready.
You don't need to worry about that. You rallied who you could. The Reapers won't get any more chances to divide us. This time, the galaxy follows our lead.
We'll win. That's a promise.
You're not alone in this fight now, Shepard. Take strength from that.
Thanks, Liara.
My pleasure.
Very scaly, Liara. That's something people noticed. It's a new direction to the art design.
The strike team is in. We've got our foothold.
I'm not gonna show you the whole mission, everybody.
Fifth Fleet, all forward. I don't want a single Cerberus ship in my sky when we're through.
Well, I'll probably stab Kylan on
Shepard,
camera.
I should accompany you on this mission.
Edie.
Why? This is the central point of operations for Cerberus. They will have enhanced security measures. With my knowledge of Cerberus algorithms and this body's updated protocols, I offer the best chance to help you succeed.
I've heard that before.
Grab your gear.
I think this time let's go with Tally. Just cause. I'm just gonna have some fun romping around the Cerberus base, really. Gas plasma shotgun. Not a bad weapon. Although there is better. Since weight is not an issue, please take this. And, oh, the Locust. They fucking nerfed you. The Tempest is the best at this point. Unfortunately speaking, it took me far too long to just recognize that and come to terms with it. I could take every weapon and just say fuck it. Why bother? I know what works. I do enjoy this cinematic though.
Joker, what's our status?
We've got a foothold, but it's not much, Commander. A lot of fighters guarding the launch base.
Can you get us in?
Hey, I got us to Ilos. I can do this. It might be a bumpy ride, though.
Do what you can.
So aim changes the stare space battles and eat. There's something so fucking satisfying about this mission. How easy it is to find Digimoto enemies. Guess we're about to find out. I don't have that gun. Edie doesn't have that gun. I'm amazed we're dressed.
Everything okay, Cortez?
I'm fine. I've got repairs to make here.
Yep.
Give Cerberus hell.
This should be good. Yo, God. Hey, everybody, I think I'm dead. Practically killed the asshole on his own. damage do I legitimately do? I don't even have my power. I'm willing to bet the answer is quite a lot. Like, oh my god. You know what? This is a lot of fun. Just bringing down the wrath. Thanks, Ellie. Fuck, that's like when I try to launch a drone. Okay. Since we know what to do now, it should be better. What the fuck? Bitch. I got something for you. Hi, babe. I have something for you.
Security breach in Hangar 16. Initiating Achilles protocol.
No, Femhawk.
Shepard, Cerberus intends to vent the
Edie, I've got a console. Go!
Do it.
hangar vent procedure. Disabled.
If only you'd paint your hair.
Can you
Edie.
open the hangar?
No.
It would look
However,
so much better.
I can access their fighter launch controls.
Sucks to be that guy.
Shepard, Cerberus is aware that the venting attempt failed. Reinforcements are inbound.
Uh-oh. Let's take care of these guys. Let's take a moment to feel sorry for the Guardians, though. By the way, there's actually a difficulty level below casual now. It's called narrative. I guess it literally is, I just want to focus on the story, so I just want to kill everything immediately.
Overriding safeties. The fighter should now launch through the hangar door.
Perfect. Let's get down there.
That's the good stuff, I gotta admit. So yay money! I've temporarily forgotten how to play this game. Luckily on narrative difficulty, it doesn't really matter all that much.
Launching fighter.
Let's do this. Then I'll probably cut all the fighting, even though it's so nice to record
The
that.
central lab was located behind this hangar. I suggest we follow the fighter's path.
Sounds
Noted. Let's move.
Ready lockdown.
Okay, I'll kill this.
Hostile forces have breached the perimeter.
So that's its shields. I don't even have ammo power.
Research personnel. Locate terminals and destroy
Look at
all
that.
data
Look
below
at that.
classification level.
Look at
That was the last Cerberus team in this area.
I hope so. I could use a moment.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Too bad that thing is useless. I wonder. Looks like it's involved. Oh well.
We will be through momentarily. Shepard, that console has not been fully scrubbed. It contains data you may find interesting.
What am I looking at?
Project Lazarus, your reconstruction.
I definitely think we've already seen that. Skip to the third entry.
Project Lazarus is reporting neurological activity. They're requesting more funding.
Granted. Get me our potential recruits file. Shepard will be up soon. We need a crew.
Our existing forces should be more than sufficient.
No. We need sympathetic faces. I need Shepard invested. Tap Kelly Chambers and recruit Donnelly. I imagine Miss Daniels will follow. We'll want some old friends as well. Contact Dr. Chakwas and send me the psych profile on Shepard's pilot, along with a bottle of 47 Thessia Red.
He needs to die.
I agree. Tally, you are awesome. Tally, you are just so awesome. If, I gotta say, if it was possible to romance her as FemShep, there would be serious, you know, Liara, Tally. There would be difficulty.
How's that door coming, Edie?
We are clear to proceed.
Pretty. There's one thing here that grieves. That's what I was looking for. There's one like terminal in this area that I haven't seen before. I'll be sure to show that as well. Otherwise, I'm kind of worried that cutting in and out will corrupt the files.
We've cleared the hangar and are inside the base.
Good work. Do you need support?
Negative. Keep the heat on. We'll find what we need.
All personnel. Hull integrity
I remember I died here. Mother
We need to
helpers.
take out that pylon is disabled. Right side. The generator for their
Oh goodness. No, you're gonna eat rocket launcher.
The engineers have another defense line ahead.
I know. I'm most worried. It's just, I've had so much fun doing this. Fuck. Just say fuck you to everything. Just M. Shepard gives 0 fucks. And also gives 0 aims. Great. Alright, I'm curious again. What do you got? I forget what this one is. I think we've seen this too. Aren't you supposed to be hacking the door, Edie? Oh, this is
Our
Edie.
sims indicate that the enhanced defense intelligence gives the highest combat improvement on frigates. Anything heavier, and the ships react too slowly to benefit from Edie's advice.
Edie?
Oh, that's, well, the boys in the lab came up with a name for her.
For it. Good work. I'll take your recommendations on planned installation.
Sir, it can be very persuasive. If it were to turn a crewman, convince them to disable the shackles, well...
It's a cyber warfare suite, Doctor. Nothing more.
Shows what he knew.
It is unlikely that anyone without Jeff's extreme emotional attachment to his ship would have been willing to unshackle me.
I don't know. With that voice.
Also, man, Cerberus, you fucking... The only successful thing they ever managed to do was help the Reapers and bring me back. I think someone suggested that Project Lazarus was actually an attempt to make Shepard even deader. But Cerberus is just so fucking incompetent. I'd buy it. I apologize for the frame rate too.
What about the backups?
It's a bit skippy.
I'm sorry, sir. None of Normandy's surveillance feeds have been responding since Shepard went rogue.
I want it back. Retry the remote lockdown protocols.
After our last attempt, Edie flooded our server with 7 zettabytes of explicit images. I think she was making a joke.
It doesn't make jokes, Doctor. Allocate a team for a new project. Codename Eva. This time we'll ensure it stays loyal.
Work with that, bro.
You never told me about Cerberus trying to shut down the Normandy.
You had more pressing issues. The situation was under control.
7 zettabytes?
Most of it was Jeff's.
Choke on it, you Cerberus bastards!
How are you holding up?
I'm fine. Ready for action.
Your eagerness is commendable, but the cybernetics take time to get used to, believe me. You really do remind me of Shepard.
Shepard betrayed you.
Shepard was always going to stay true to her beliefs. She's wrong, but I can respect her decision. Finish your therapy and put together a plan for the Citadel. Counselor Udina is amenable.
Yes, sir.
I could have taken her.
Absolutely. But the Council was your priority, not Shepard.
Because of her, the Council is still in power.
Shepard is keeping the Reapers occupied while our research progresses. But as it happens, I believe you'll find your chance for a rematch. Head to Thessia. Shepard will be there soon, and I want you waiting.
Here it is.
Excellent. The Prothean VI should enable us to determine the nature of the catalyst. Combined with the breakthrough at Sanctuary, we have everything we need. We just need to tie up a few loose ends.
Like Shepard. She should have died on Thessia. Should I finish her?
I'd rather you avoid killing Shepard for now, if possible. For now, Sanctuary gave us a proof of concept for controlling the Reapers.
And made it a target. Miranda Lawson.
Get the data from Sanctuary. If Miranda gets in your way, deal with her.
It will be a pleasure, sir.
How'd that work out for you, bros? So like I said, I'm pretty sure this is content I just missed the first time around, but it's worth it. Because there's no other new content in this mission, really. I've got myself a little turnaround, but we're back in course now. Charge.
Sheila, is that the Proto-Reaper from the Collector base?
Looks like...
What's left of it? I'm surprised Cerberus recovered that much from the base.
All those civilians, families, turned into that. And Cerberus has it on display.
The elusive man convinced me to work with him to save the colonies. But he never really cared, did he?
I don't regret standing with you when you were with Cerberus, Shepard. But I'm glad we're shutting this down.
So am I.
Cerberus is actively using the surviving pieces. The central core, analogous to the heart, is largely intact. I believe Cerberus is using it for a power source.
Cerberus, ladies and gentlemen. The only organization that would not only salvage the heart of the human Reaper, made from hundreds of thousands of colonists being liquefied in Hitler camps, they would plug it into their base and run their base off it. That's vintage fucking Cerberus right there. I include this section just to note, this is where Jack and Legion show up to fight you as pretty much completely generic enemies if you allow them to fall into Cerberus hands over the course of the series. As it is, it's just a regular Phantom.
Good, I just put in a fresh thermal clip.
Tally's gotten significantly more aggressive and badass as it goes. I like it. Look at that. So lovely. Oh, you want me to move up, Home Sizzle? Well then we'll fuck you with this. Fuck you.
They're coming up from below.
I know. You. Please only attempt that on narrative difficulty, everybody. Not on a legitimate challenge setting. Take your head out, you son of a bitch. I can get you in one hit. Doesn't even matter. That was that. You. Work this push. I love the melee ability, I gotta admit. There's no option to destroy this thing, unfortunately. Wow. She swung her sword at me and it had legitimately zero effect. Well, good work with that. And up we go. Closer and closer to our final objective. This area always reminded me of that bit in KOTOR 2 where you're in Atris's underground base, and there's a big long stairway like this. It's not even a stairway, but it's a big long rampway. I thought it was pretty cool. Anyway, let's capture the prize. By which I mean...
This is it. Stay sharp, everyone.
Elusive Man's chair is ours, everybody. It's ours.
We need to locate the Prothean VI.
Pretty much an unqualified win from me. Yep. Nobody likes you, Kylie. Nobody. Even people in the books you were a bit better, which is where he's from. He's not just from nowhere. Bitch! Break your shit.
This is better than Thessia. More personal.
Except I'm gonna run like a bitch. Yeah. I hate you, Kylie. Oh my god. Edie made a decoy that doesn't have a head. Now it does. I mean, it comes back. Yeah. I now assume that the random bullshit plot armor enemy is completely defeated. Come on, guys, let's do it. Yep. He's dead. Ignore the breathing-like noises. And the fact that you can very clearly hear his sword clang on the ground. No, he's dead. I had a brief hope for a moment there that he was going to seppuku himself when I saw that animation. He couldn't possibly have any level of honor ever. Although I do love... This is one of my favorite scenes in the trilogy, in a sense. In that, you know, annoying character gets what's coming to him sense. Like this.
That was for Thane, you son of a bitch!
The Citadel is in position. The Reapers are preparing to complete their harvest of your species.
I'll stop them.
It is too late. I recommend...
I'll stop them.
Shepard, you read me?
Anderson?
Barely.
I assume you've heard about the Citadel.
No.
Just now.
Do we know what's going on? Why it's here?
The Citadel is the catalyst. Thanks to the Elusive Man, the Reapers are now aware that we know.
And so they moved it here to protect it?
As far as I can tell.
What does this mean for the Crucible?
I'll talk to Hackett about that, but... it looks like our plan is even more desperate now.
Agreed.
Great.
I've got a team in London. The Reapers have been preparing for something here. Now, we know what for. We'll scout it out. Trying to find out as much as we can.
Roger that.
Well, at least we'll be seeing you sooner rather than later.
Be careful, sir.
You too, Shepard. Anderson out.